am going to walk you through real quick, just very, very briefly, how to set up a class notebook in Teams if you want, and more to the point, how to put a PDF in there, especially if you want to do a textbook PDF or like a novel or anything of that sort, how to set that in the class notebook so every student can see it. So I'm going to start right here. You need, by the way, you need both the Microsoft Teams app, and you also need the OneNote app. I use both kind of simultaneously here. So if you don't have either of those, download those before you watch this. Okay, so I'm gonna go to class notebook here. And since this has not been set up before, I'm going to need to do set up a OneNote class notebook. I choose blank notebook. Next. For this part, you kind of just need to do what you need for your particular class. I am going to go with this class with, it really doesn't matter a ton because you can change this later too, but we'll just get rid of quizzes, homework, and just keep handouts to start. Okay, so let's do create. And it usually takes a little bit here to get going, but I'm going to go over to OneNote then, and if you go here, you need to click it so your thing kind of looks like this. As mine says Kyle, Divine Savior Academy, and then it has my sophomore English class notebook already up there. What you want to do after you get this set up, mine is still going here, but it should be done soon. There it goes. What you want to do is you want to click add, you want to click add notebook down here in the bottom left corner. Okay. Now, if you look at the very, very top up here, this is just now, kind of where my mouse is hovering. That means you just set that notebook up. So I want to add this one, okay? Research and Rating for College Success, Section 2. Then after that, it'll add itself to OneNote. And by the way, this all syncs back to Microsoft Teams. So whatever you do in OneNote, it'll be in your little Teams tab for your class notebook too. Okay? All right, mine is all set up. And it's going to populate here with some kind of predetermined sections too. So you have collaboration space, content library, teacher only. We are going to put content library up and open, and I'm just going to delete this because I don't need it. And what we want to do then is click on content library and then add section. Thought I deleted that. There we go. So I've got new section 1. I must have clicked off of it. We're going to name it textbook. Okay. So this is where you would store all of your textbook files. Okay. And what you want to do probably, so that I think the PDF, if Mr. Kurbis or Mr. Babbler watch this, they could correct me in the comments if they want. I believe the maximum file size for a PDF is 20 megabytes. So if you have a PDF, you should make sure that it's split up by unit or chapter or something along those lines, so you're not uploading like the entire textbook. And like Mr. Kurbis said too, if you do that, it's going to take forever to push out. So we don't want to do that. We're going to do just unit 1 for this section. Okay. And what you want to do then is you want to go up here and click printout. So insert where my mouse is, printout. This should be the same on a Windows computer. It might just look a little different. Okay. Now I'm in my student textbook PDFs Google Drive folder here, and we're going to find unit 1, student edition, 5.1 megabytes, should be no problem. Insert. Okay, I'm gonna edit that part out of the video where it said inserting file because it took way longer than it normally does. Like there's probably a lot of people using the internet at school today. But you can see now I have the entire unit 1 PDF in here, okay? However, what you need to do just to make sure that the students can't like move it around and kind of finagle with it is on a Mac, you hit Command A, and what it'll do is it'll select every single page of the PDF. Okay. After that, you hit hold Control down, I should say, and then click on your trackpad, or right click if you're using a mouse. And what you want to do is set picture as background. Okay. Now, the students cannot move this or touch this or like delete it on accident or anything like that. It's stuck as the background of that particular OneNote, page. So Unit 1. Now, if you look at my textbook, all the students have to do is click on it on their iPads and they can start like, here are my notes, and do a text box. Okay. Pretty intuitive, pretty self-explanatory, very, very useful for annotation, which is something we obviously want to teach our students. Yeah, that's how to do that. And then you would just do a new page then for each part of the textbook you want to do. So if I want to do Unit 2, I'd put Unit 2 there, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Hopefully that helps a little bit if you're uploading a novel or a textbook, or any sort of handout. If you want to save like even a Google Doc or a Microsoft Word file onto there, you can totally do that. Or if you save them as PDFs, you can upload them to there and make them as handouts. Very useful for annotation. And then they are very much just in, where did Teams go? There it is. They're very much just in this class notebook then. So if I go here, sure enough, it's in the content library once that opens. Yep, textbook, Unit 1, Unit 2. It's already in there, right in Teams. Now, one last thing I'm going to show you real quick. So in order for students to see that, they don't see it they can see it in the content library, but you want to make sure you distribute it to them too. So you should, in order to distribute a new section, like this textbook one, that's a section, you would distribute that to them. You have to do that in each class. You also need to make sure you distribute a page. So this Unit 1 textbook is a page. You'd click on it and do cross notebook distribution. This thing will pop up here on the right, or I guess if it's on a Windows computer, I don't really know where it pops up, but you would then, unfortunately, I have like all of the entire English department from last semester on here, but you would just pick which sections you want to upload it to. So the two most recent ones should be at the top. There's my senior English class, my sophomore English class. You would just click both of those and then next. But since this is just a sophomore English textbook, I won't go through with that. Hopefully that makes a little bit more sense and helps those of you who want to put PDFs that they can annotate inside of Teams and OneNote. OneNote's a great thing to utilize with that. And yeah, feel free to email me if you have any questions about that or need any help, or just stop by my classroom. Okay, bye.